Hello, everyone. Yeah, just circling back on something that I encountered in the workplace. Frequently, when I'm scripting in PowerShell, it's because I need to do something right away. And in this case, we were syncing Active Directory with AAD Connect to Office 365. So our user accounts within our four walls are synchronized up to Office 365. If you change sync rules or sync selections, you have to run a full sync to update AAD Connect so that it will be aware of the new changes. And a full sync can take a really long time. So if you have to follow up with another task afterwards, or you have somebody waiting and you need to tell them once it's done, then you have three options. You can stare at the screen and watch the numbers click by, or you can check back from time to time and see if the numbers have clicked by at all, or you can set yourself up with an email message when the full sync is done. And if you wanted to save that email in your inbox, it would even contain the amount of time the last full sync took, which could be very handy in the future when somebody asks you how long a full sync takes. You can say, well, the last one took X amount of time. So let's break this down. We're going to use MS Online PowerShell plugins. We're going to connect to the MSOL service. Time is set to 0. We're basically going to express time as a fraction of an hour. Check is the current MSOL company information, and then status is what we'll be updating every interval here. I've put 30 seconds in, and I'm incrementing by 30 seconds, which means we're going to check every 30 seconds. That could be quite excessive, and obsessive. So I recommend using 900 seconds, so you can check every 15 minutes. And you'd use that same 900 seconds to increment time. And then, like I said, while the check dir sync time is equal to the status dir sync time, meaning the full sync hasn't completed yet, then it'll just keep cycling through and incrementing time, and it will display time. So if you really wanted to go check the screen, you will see that some time has elapsed. And then once status last dir sync time is not equal to check last dir sync time, then we're going to set the body of the email to equal elapsed time, the amount of time divided by 60, or a fraction of an hour. And then we're going to send an email message saying, hey, the full sync is done, send it to this guy, and the body of the message, and SMTP server, etc. So let's just go ahead and drop this in PowerShell and see what happens. Okay, so you see here the loop is running, it's waiting the 30 seconds, so obviously it didn't increment in that period of time. Right, so the first 30 seconds is registered, and was that 8 thousandths of an hour has elapsed. Coming back around to the next 30 seconds and so on. Okay, so we're 1/100th of an hour into it. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead at this point. So basically, it's just going to keep looping within while the status hasn't updated its last dir sync time. Then status equals check, and it's just going to keep looping. When the last deer sync time is updated, then this check last deer sync time will no longer equal status last deer sync time, and we'll come on out. We're going to send ourselves an email message, and boom, here we go. There's my email message. Again, AACO full sync done. We can see that's exactly what we see right here. And we can see it's from workstation 1 at aaco.com, and we can see we had an elapsed time of 3.5 hours. Okay, well, I hope that keeps you from staring at the screen during a AAD Connect full sync to Office 365. You might find that you can set other alerts that you could email yourself a brief message and make your life easier. All right, thank you now.